I specifically remember during that time when you guys kind of first started out as Father's Children, that your music was that new mode, that new earth
Well,
sound. I forgot what we called it at the time.
well, there have been a lot of names for it. One of the guys that used to open for us he dubbed it the crisscross rhythms of righteousness.
Wow, I like that. That's
Yeah, but it was sort of like we had heavy funk, you know, had funk undertones, overtones, whatever you want to call it. It was very reminiscent of the times,
right.
because
Of the times.
if you think about it, during that time, we had come all the way out of the so-called hippie, free love kind of thing, and you were getting into funkadelic,
Right.
psychedelic, so the funk was there, but then you had all these other influences too, because you also had an awakening of consciousness during that time too, because you had a lot of people who were
Absolutely.
talking about, spiritual awakening,
Right.
so, and, people were exploring music, for example, from the Far East, or, even concept, transcendental meditation was in vogue, and all of that. So our music sort of fused a lot of those influences
Yes, it
from
did.
what was going on back then.
As a matter of fact, I believe that one of the reasons why you guys sort of blew up is because of the contributions of each member of the group at that time coming in with that fusion. And
Yes.
it sparked a lot of people who didn't even know you guys to pay attention.
Hmm.
And the next thing I knew, your fan base was starting to grow and grow and grow and grow. That even today, when you guys announce that you're going to be somewhere, I can't tell you how many people I know that send me, "Are you going to see Father's Children? Are you going to?" Of course, who's not going to go see Father's Children? And it was just such a time, Hakeem. But here's my question that I want to ask you about your songwriting. Can you tell us the first song you ever wrote? Do you remember? For the group? Oh no, just period. For the songwriting.
Well, that's funny. I've had experience writing other things,
Mm-hmm.
poems, or being just a writer in terms of my professional life, but wasn't really writing songs. My first song was probably Cahootec. Now, a lot of people probably won't remember that years ago, we were looking for this comet, Cahootec, that was supposed to wreak devastation and havoc on the world and so on. So we had a song called Cahootec, which was very funky, and the lyrics of the song basically, sort of gave a dark, you know, prediction, forecast, if you will, about what the so-called impending doom that would happen from Cahootec. But I recall lyrics like, "These are the revelations that the ancients have prophesied. The spirit having come here to this plane, trapped in the body, prison known as the body, envisions illusions as reality." It's one of those kind of things. But that's because that's the kind of stuff that I was reading, experiencing, imbibing, if you will.
Yes.
So that would probably have been, and this was actually before Father's Children recorded an album with Mercury, because we had done some stuff up at DB Studios with Jose. I can't think of Jose's last name at the moment, but this would have been pre 1979. This was like, I would say probably around 73.
Okay.
Something like somewhere in that. So it was about, I would say it was probably my first song that I can remember putting words to paper and putting it to music.
Do you think you'll ever bring it back?
I think about it all the time.
Okay.
I mean, because it's still funky.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
it's still funky. So
All that stuff y'all used to do was just amazing. So that was your first song. So was it your first lead song?
well, Cahutek was more in the vogue of, and I hate to date myself, but like the Last Poets. So it was
Okay.
more, and Last Poets, if you think about it, they were pre hip hop. They were one of the first guys that did rap,
Okay.
you know.
Right.
But it was more in that kind of genre, except instead of using congas and percussions, this had, you know, full funk, you know, guitar, bass, drums, you know, screaming. And we had horns. We've actually, you know, played horns back then. So,
These are the revelations that the ancients have prophesied. The spirit having come here to this plane, entrapped in the prison known as the body, envisions illusions as reality.